All right, y'all, what's going on? Welcome back to another Jab podcast. It's episode 98. I'm Combo Breaker 99.
It's your boy Boxing P.
And we back, man. I feel like it's been a long time, man. I feel kind of long over here, man. I was like, dang, man. I was like,
it definitely feels like it's been longer than it's really been, since we've been on last.
I know, for real, yeah, because we took last week off, kind of busy doing some things, grinding. So, it wasn't that much going on last week anyway, so.
Yeah, last couple of weeks ain't really been a whole lot going on, but, that was good too, man, because we was back to back, for a few weeks there with boxing. So it was good to just, have a weekend to watch some other stuff I might want to watch, but when boxing is on, it takes precedence. You know what I'm saying?
For real, yeah. Like when I'm watching other stuff, I can kind of chill out. Not concentrate as hard. But when the boxing coming back to back, like you said, the past few weeks, it was like I had to come down off a high for a while.
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad you said that because it is intense like that. Like a movie can relax you, but we watching boxing. We watching it's intense. You're not relaxed watching. I don't be relaxed and laid back when I'm watching boxing. I'm leaning, looking, close to the TV, sound up super loud. So it's intense.
Mm-hmm. Especially like when you got them big fights coming up, because every fight these past few weeks, they've been kind of, just tense fights. We still we still haven't got them big fights that we want. But you know what I mean? Like if you really hardcore, like you said, like we are, we make that shit. we make it tense. You know what I mean? Like it is something for me that's like, oh man, I'm really focused. Like I just don't sit laid back. Like you said, I'm on the edge of my seat watching.
And I didn't really realize that till you said it. Like I watch boxing for entertainment, but I enjoy it when it's on, but it's still intense for me. It's not a relaxing, thing when I'm doing it. I'm not complaining. It's all good, but when you said that, it made me really think about it, and it is intense when we watching. I got fucking butterflies on my stomach. You know what I'm saying?
I know, like after the fight done, you got the pit stains too. You be like, damn, I got the pit. Yeah. So yeah.
And around, you like, woo.
For real, man.
Jesus. It like that, man.
Yeah, man. But man, it was just kind of good to kind of chill out on it. So I said, hey, like still love the sport, just want to kind of relax. But we back on it, man. Got a big fight coming up this weekend. April 13th, we got Clarissa Shields versus Christina Hammer. And like I told you last time, man, this is a big fight that kind of sets that example, sets that bar for all fighters, It's not just like a woman, everybody says it's big for women's boxing, but to me, this is big for boxing, period. Because for the one thing, we got the best fighting the best. Both fighters undefeated. Both fighters got all the belts. So this is supposed to decide who's the best at middleweight, So kind of, before we go into all that, kind of want to ask you a few questions on how you feel about the fight. I told you I watched the All Access, both episodes, so kind of tell you how it made me feel on that note, as far as like seeing both sides of the camp, Hammer and Shields and how they've been doing with training. But for you, P, man, like I know, like you said, you haven't watched too many women boxing matches, but for you, why do you feel like this is an important fight? Not just for women boxing, for boxing in general.
Well, to be honest, man, you kind of put me on to Clarissa Shields. I knew who she was. I've seen the documentary, but I really didn't realize all that she had accomplished in such a short time, and in the sport that I love. But these people are top athletes, and these women, they're top athletes. They put the work in, they work hard, they train hard, and like any other athlete, I feel like they deserve their recognition and big paydays like any other sport. But I think it's really something big for Clarissa, you know, because she's that around the way girl, down home girl, you know what I mean, who hasn't really peaked yet in the ring or outside the ring. And it would be good to see her be able to transcend outside the sport, you know, and, you know, really do some things like Venus and Serena Williams did for tennis. You know, it would be good to see that for Clarissa Shields, you know. And same with the Hammer, you know, she's a hell of an athlete. Mm-hmm. She's put in the hard work, you know. It would be good for her to transcend the sport the same way.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing, and you know, whether you're a fan or not, you have to respect what these ladies are doing, you know, and they're both world champions, you know, multiple divisions, right?
Yeah, she's been Christina, she's the long time middleweight champion, you know, but Clarissa, she's two division,
you know, world champion, and to be honest, and we want to see more men follow this blueprint. We want to see more men getting in here willing to fight the best, you know, in their divisions and unify these divisions. I mean, you got somebody like Clarissa Shields who's just doing a lot, you know, in the background. You know, she's not on Front Street getting the accolades that some of these other people were getting, you know, talking their way up on social media, getting views and the negative attention. You know, she's out here picking up straps, going to different weight classes wherever she can, you know, get a fight in and picking up a strap. And that's what the sport is all about.
Yeah, I agree with that, man, because going back to what you're saying, like, see, for me, yeah, I am a fan of women boxing, but at the same time, like you said, like, even if you aren't, just seeing what she do is something to make you say, damn, I respect that, because, you know, she's showing up my men fighters, you know what I mean? You know, like, that's what I'm always saying. Every time she making these moves, I'm like, damn, y'all see that, right? Y'all should be doing this. You know, she's always going for the undefeated or the top dogs or whoever got a belt. She's always saying that, you know, and those are the only fights she's taking. And shit, what is she? Let me make sure I got it right. She's 8-0, you know, only 8 fights, and, you know, she already unified 2 divisions and you know, try to snatch up all the belts. So it's kind of like, even if you don't follow her, you got to be like, damn, you know, she's showing up my dudes, you know. She's
right. But how crazy is that? She's 8-0, not even 10 fights yet. She's unified 2 divisions. Mind you, the divisions are not as deep as the men's division, but still, unified 2 in less than 10 fights. You gotta respect that, man. You gotta take your hat off to her for that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, and to me, that always make me say, like, whether or not a division was this deep, you know, as deep as it can be, you would still wonder why these certain fighters don't take that certain path. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they might lose, maybe they might win, but it's not like they're taking that chance like she is. You know what I mean? Because to me, like, even if it was deep, you know, in our eyes, if it was deeper, she would still be going for it. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely. But my thing is, that's something that people going to try to bring up. It ain't an issue with me, because if there's 5 people in the division and all of them can fight their ass off, what difference do it make, Ant?
Exactly, yeah.
Because you got a division that might have 10 fighters, only 5 of them can fight their ass off. All 10 fighters are not top-notch fighters. So, you know, of course people are going to say, well, the divisions is not that deep. You know, it's always a way to try to take some, you know, some credit from it. But I feel like you feel. If it was 30 people in the division, she would still be willing to fight the best in that division. You know what I'm saying? I mean, certain people, that's just what they want to do, and it don't really have nothing to do with how deep or shallow a division may be. You know, like like a Deontay Wilder. I mean, he just wants to fight the best. I mean, to me, it is what it is. You know, I mean, of course, he a businessman, and he's not gonna fight the best and don't get paid for it. But I do believe that he wants to fight the best out here. You know, and test himself and prove that, you know, he's the best in the world to himself and to the fans.
You know, now that you bring that up, I got a quick question for you, because that'll kind of educate the casual fans on women and men's boxing. But like, do you think somebody like Clarissa Shields has the ability to be more shrewd on the business? You know, like somebody like Deontay Wilder, or, you know, like the Keith Thurmans and them, you know, Anthony Joshua's, where they can kind of prolong fights. So you think she has to take the fights that she has to take to be known as the best? You know what I mean?
I mean, she might be in a kind of tough spot as far as that, and because the sport is still trying to get
acclimated to women, right?
Yeah, still trying to get out there and really get the credit and respect that it deserves. So right now she's gonna have to, you know, be trailblaze the sport. You know, she's gonna have to make people watch the sport say, "Yo, have you seen that young lady Clarissa Shields fight?" No, but she's fighting Saturday. Watch it. And that's what she has to blaze the path right now, and just because it's uncharted territory. You know what I'm saying? She might not get the credit right now. She might not get the credit till she retired, and people say, "Well, man, it was Clarissa that, you know, really kicked the door down for, you know, these women fighters to really go mainstream."
Yeah, because it's been like, you know, almost, you know, to what, 20-some years now, and like women boxing has been going on longer than women's MMA. But, you know, women's MMA, it hit like a skyrocket. You know what I mean? Like, as soon as Dana White has finally gave in and signed somebody like Ronda Rousey and started making divisions for women, they kind of, you know, started putting it on the map, and they kind of surpassed the women in boxing. But for some reason, like, women in boxing, it's kind of hard for them to ever have like a icon in the sport. You know, like you had Layla Ali, you had Ann Wolfe and Christy Martin. You had those women that the hardcores know, but it's still like Layla Ali, she ain't known for the wins. You know what I mean? It's like she's known for being Ali's daughter. Yeah, you know
what I'm saying? It's politics. But that's what I feel though, and Clarissa might be the one, because I'm looking at it from this standpoint, and I'm not well versed in women's boxing. Mm-hmm. So when I see Clarissa Shields and I see her presence on Instagram, her personality, she dancing, she having fun, she joking around, it attracted me to her more. You know what I'm saying? And then I started looking at the boxing and say, "Oh damn!" Then the stats and all this stuff. So I really got sucked into her from her personality. Mm-hmm. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? Because the personality, having that charm, charisma, whatever it may be, that's kind of what you need. You know what I'm saying? And I think she has some personality, some character. You know, and I think once the world, you know, gets to see that, I think she can be the one, man. I think she can be the one.
I agree. Yeah, because like after looking, you know, bringing up the All Access, you know, when I was looking at, you know, the first episode, and just like the character she brings, and like, you know, she's really educated in the sport. You know, she's not just like, you know, a woman out there throwing gloves on, you know, and trying to pick fights. You know what I mean? Not like just somebody, everybody thinks that she's that type of person with just a chip on her shoulder. But no, she is actually, you know, in the limo or in the car talking to the reporter saying, you know, I study who I fight. You know, I'm studying Christina Hammer. You know, I'm watching her weaknesses. You know, she's actually breaking it down that she knows the sport. You know, that's what I think a lot of people are going to kind of be opened up to now. You know, she's going to kind of blow their mind that the fact that, you know, she's educated in the sport, you know, and she's also went off to, you know, do some commentating. You know, she's actually been commentating some of the boxing matches to kind of show that, you know, she's not just somebody that just goes in there, throws punches. She's actually, you know, a student of the game, you know, and I think that's a part that's going to really kind of have to win over the men, you know, when they start to see that, oh, she really knows how to throw a jab. She knows how to talk about head movement and footwork, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely you will have those people that will want that from her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To really see her in a certain way, but
and again,
I believe her personality is just that captivating
to break through, right?
Story, and it's going to touch some people. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of getting in front of the right crowds or whatever, and taking on these type of fights is what does it,
And for for like the casual fans too, like you say, she does have that personality to kind of break through, because she almost got the Floyd personality. A lot of people don't like her, but they're willing to keep their eyes on her and pay to see her lose. You know what I mean? So you do need that. You do need those type of fans. At the same time, you do need that kind of personality to kind of build you a brand.
Yeah, and then like you say, a lot of people from the outside looking in think that maybe like she is a bully or just a mean girl. But if you see on Instagram, she's always being silly. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. People need to see that side and see that, that's TV. She in the face off. She gotta look mean. You know what I mean? That's her job, but she's still a human. She's still a sweet girl. She be dancing. She like to have fun. You know what I mean? Stuff like that or whatever. So I think it's good for people to see those different sides. Jared Hurd singing, people seeing that they more than just fighters, people think fighters is just you just sit in a dark room till it's time to ring the bell, then you come out. You know what I mean?
Like they,
nothing else but that. So to see that these people are parents or fathers and sons and like anybody else, they swim, they do all the things that other people do is interesting. You know what I mean? I think it's really cool to see her personality. You know what I mean? Like I say, in the ring, she gotta kind of be mean, but that's not me all day. I turn it on like the male fighter turns on. Floyd Mayweather, you see him, he having fun, he joking, he dancing, he smiling, he having a good time. But when in the ring, it's time to get serious. And I think it's cool if you can like captivate both of them. You know what I'm saying? Both of those things, be able to in the ring be serious, but outside the ring be able to captivate the people. That's what leads to the good commentating,
right?
All the good gigs. On top of having the knowledge, you
on
can't
top of
you
mm-hmm.
gotta know the stuff. You know what I mean? But that personality is gives it that extra push too. So
yeah, definitely do, because like I said, for her to be a woman, I think just the knowledge she possesses in boxing has kind of earned the respect of the men. But at the same time, like looking at the All Access, she's a little humble. In the second episode, just she worked hard. She working hard. At the same time, she got the Lion King socks on, so it's kind of at the same
that little silly stuff that people need to see. Like, I got them socks too. You know what I mean? Whatever. People need to see that. And
at the end of end of the training, there's a cheat day. Her boyfriend brought her the cake. He was telling her, we could have one little cheat day for her birthday. So, and you could kind of see the look on her face that she kind of didn't want to do it because that's how dedicated she is. So, it kind of shows you that with these episodes, because the episodes, they got some good reviews. A lot of people actually like what they saw, with both fighters. They was kind of like, I didn't see this side of her before. They like, I really want to see this fight. So
exactly. That's just what I, kind of was just saying that. Yeah, in fact, even relationship, you don't really hear a lot about relationships necessarily in the boxing world. It's not like, it's not like other sports, basketball. The quarterback for so and so is dating so and so. Boxing is not really like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't really hear a lot about people's personal and private life. So to see that even, she got a boyfriend, and he be, her birthday, he letting her cheat, he down for the cause, he all about the fighting thing, that stuff people need to see,
Yeah.
Stuff people need to see. Like I say, some people might perceive her as being super hard, and that's not the case. In the ring, she gotta be that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it's good stuff, man. I think it's good stuff, and I'm looking forward to checking the fight out Saturday, man.
Yeah, me too, definitely, man. Real quick, going on to Christina Hammer. For me, like I said, I've been seeing her for the past like 10 years. I seen like some of her early fights when she was first coming up, like 2010, 2009. And she ain't no slouch, man. Like, the thing about it, I feel like she's definitely going to pose that challenge. Because even watching her train, she's out training in Austria, like Clarissa was throwing shots saying, oh, she out there surfboarding, or not surfboarding, but skiing or snowboarding. But, when they cut to her training, she's doing some intense training too. They're going through the snow. She's running in the snow, and listening to her talk, she's always been kind of educated herself in boxing. And I think that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, they think Christina Hammer is just like a pretty face that, likes to post on Instagram, which she do. She usually posting up pictures of her in a bathing suit and everything. But when it all comes down to the ring, you really see that this is what she liked to do. She wouldn't have been doing this for 20 years and been a champion. Not 20 years, but 10 years and been a champion, you know what I mean? And not really respected the sport. So that's another reason I kind of feel like this is a big fight, because you got two women that aren't just like sex objects, you know what I mean? Like, they both are good representations of boxing. But another question I have for you, kind of going about the superstar thing, since somebody like Christina Hammer, she's not really, she doesn't really speak good English, man. Do you think a win for her would kind of skyrocket her to being a superstar here?
Now my personal opinion is she would have to go out there and like mollywop Clarissa. Should knock her out in like dramatic fashion for her to really become a star in America. Because I mean, look at a guy like Triple G, or some of these guys who, I mean, even Canelo. Canelo can't go on the Jimmy Kimmel show necessarily because he can't speak English.
Right.
Certain things that, Triple G could go on the Jimmy Kimmel because he can speak English, but maybe not good enough. I don't know how that works, but I do think that barrier plays a part in it. That's not to say that she can't become a star and be successful, but she don't got what Clarissa got. If Clarissa can do this, it's like the floodgates could possibly open up for her. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different for her. She American, everything is against her. She a sister. She black. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Boxing. So if she can go and mollywop the Hammer, knock her out in dramatic fashion, Jimmy Kimmel. All that stuff that comes along with that. I guess we'll start seeing that. I mean, she got the personality. She can get on TV and talk to people, and I don't see people being nervous or worried. Or it's not the Mike Tyson vibe. She's a sweet girl. So I think she one win away from really kicking down that door. And then to be honest, man, it's no competition. Nobody else.
Really? Yeah, that was my next question.
It's not like she got a, this girl over here is doing it. It's other, let me correct that. Shout out. It is other females out there grinding and doing their thing. Other champions, former champions. But I'm just saying, as far as right now, it's nobody else
that poses that real threat, right? Yeah,
doing that. It's not,
Because, when you think about it, like, in her realm, like, she's already kind of cleaning them out. She's cleaning them out fast. She's getting to them now. So it's kind of like, other than that, 154, you got Cecilia Brækhus, And, I don't know if she would want to drop down to that. But she might. But as far as, like, getting Christina Hammer out of the way, it'd be like, that's, like you said, that's opening the door. Somebody like Christina Hammer, on the other hand, like, she's undefeated too, and like I said, she got the big following, because she posts a lot of pictures of herself on Instagram. But she's still not doing. She's not doing it the way Clarissa's doing it. She got 24 wins, but I think Clarissa's 8 wins are kind of powerful, man. I think they're a little bit more powerful.
is she normally fights overseas? Then is she Austrian? She's Austrian.
German.
German. So she usually fights overseas.
Yeah, yeah. And like my thing with that too is like comparing her to somebody like Joanna in the UFC. Joanna was still like coming with a very exciting style. You know what I mean? Like her English ain't that good either. You know, she's Polish and her English is a little off too. But I kind of compare her because she was the champion for a long time. But you know, she became popular for that reason too. Like her style was exciting. You know, I think Christina Hammer, her style, again, you know, goes to the boxing thing. You know, a lot of men are still not well versed in watching these women put on like a clinic, you know, or they're not looking at the women for the technique. You know what I mean? So it's still kind of I won't say it's I hate to say it's kind of a lose-lose for her. You know, like she beats the gold medalist here, but she still probably won't get the big accolades for it. You know what I mean?
And that's back to what I was saying. It's just like, you know, Clarissa being American, and I mean, there's some young sisters just probably looking up to her, wanting to pursue this path or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just so much, will be so much more impactful in America, you know, and definitely in Black America. You know, if Clarissa could do something like this, you know what I mean? It would really.
Yeah, definitely, because like for Clarissa, you know, we still having a rough time now, but you know, times are changing where a lot of young Black girls, they can kind of look at Clarissa and say, you know, she came out of Flint, Michigan, and she doing it, you know. Exactly. You know, she's coming out of here, and she's got a lot of odds against her. You know what I mean? Like, you even got the reporter on ESPN, Steve Kim, who went as far as to say he didn't like watching her fight. You know, which I think if you're a reporter, you got to be professional, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure, you know, there's fighters you don't like, but I mean, if you report in the news, you got to report it. But at the same time, you go as far as the blocker on Twitter. You know what I mean? So my thing is kind of like
hate shit. Yeah, that's just some hate shit, man.
And to me, that's just like another odd against a Black woman. Like he would only do that to her.
And a strong Black woman, she probably had to check his ass, and he got mad. You know what I mean? That's
exactly.
This ain't nobody you just gonna push over. She ain't no bully, but she ain't no pushover either. You know what I mean? She's an opinionated Black woman out here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And, yeah, because I just say like she probably just say one or two things, but let it be Conor McGregor. You know, he gonna give you a mouthful, but you still cool with him. You know?
Yeah, come on.
That's what I say.
Call you a bitch to your face, and you, that don't mean nothing. So you know, I mean, of course, that's what we say. She got to deal with that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No matter what you do in the ring.
And
no matter what she do in the ring, she's still a sister.
Right, because those are little factors that a lot of people don't ever factor in. You know what I mean? Those little things that like some people say, oh, it's because your attitude. No, you don't even have to have attitude sometimes. You know, it just comes down to how you look.
Exactly.
You know, and then when you doing it big at the same time, then it's just like, oh man, I got to remember that. You know, I always got to remember that part, that I got to break that barrier. So I just feel like the way she's doing it now, and like I said, like a lot of young Black girls seeing her, I thought be setting a good example, man.
Yeah.
When it all comes down to it, man, as far as like this fight, to me, I just say like fighters now, man, I'm talking about these men too. They need to really take a lesson of this, man, because it's big, man. All the belts on the line, man. And that one question you were going back to what you're saying about like Clarissa Shields and like Serena Williams and Venus Williams. I think for Clarissa, again, she does have that ability to do what they did because like we said, for her, she's attacking it now. And at the same time, when I think about it, there's really no other name that does it like that, you know? Like Clarissa, that name can be just as big as like Serena or Venus.
Absolutely.
As soon as you think women boxing, you'll think Clarissa because, like I said, there's these other women, but when you say Clarissa, that's going to be like the stamp because of how she's doing it, you know, and the way she's doing it.
I agree. I agree.
But as far as like a pick, man, I'm on. You know how I'm going. I gotta go Clarissa in this one, man. I'm not gonna say a knockout. I think she's gonna give her. I think she's gonna give Christina that overpowering, overwhelming decision. Because I think that, but then again, it's hard to say, man, because a lot of people, they don't know this, man. But Christina Hammer had this one fight against this girl named Anne-Sophie Mathis that knocked out Holly Holm. And going back to that fight, Christina was in like a clinch with her, and Anne-Sophie Mathis was like hitting her in the side of the jaw. And girl was out, and she went down. She was out on her back, but they ruled it a disqualification because they were trying to say it was rabbit punches. But she's been knocked out, man. But in my eyes, it's a knockout. But on her record, it's a disqualification for Anne-Sophie Mathis. But I don't know about the chin, man. I don't know if she can take that power now that I think about it.
Really?
Yeah, so, you know, when I look at somebody like Clarissa, I think she got the jab, she got the right hand, you know, she got the power. Whereas Christina, she got the jab, man, but I was telling somebody this online, I was like, I don't think out of her 24 fights, she's never seen an animal like Clarissa, man. You know, I think this is the first time she's come across a fighter of Clarissa's magnitude, man. So it could be late round stoppage, man. It could be late round, but I'm giving Shields a unanimous decision, man.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to go with what you know what you saying, because I definitely don't know nothing about Christina, really. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely pulling for Clarissa to pull it out, and hopefully she can get it done, man.
Yeah, man, because she do it, man. She win this. That's all the belts. That's nothing but big things for her, man.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, man, shoot, man. I think that's all, you know, pretty much all we got on this one, man. Just covering, you know, this boxing, this boxing match. But like I said, man, they got fights starting Friday, man. It's going down, man. Lomachenko versus Anthony Crolla. Then you got Gilberto Ramirez moving up to light heavyweight. Then you got your man on DAZN, Jaime Munguia, doing his thing. And then on Fox, you got Caleb Truax and Kid Chocolate and Sergey Derevchenko coming back. So we back on that boxing crack, man.
Wow. Oh, that's on Sunday?
Saturday.
Damn.
Yeah, the Loma fight is on Friday on ESPN Plus, and then all the other fights, you know, Shields Hammer is on Showtime, and then you got fights on DAZN and Fox Sports 1. So yeah, man, it's back on. That crack is on, man.
Oh, that's cool, man. Definitely got a lot of fights coming up.
Hell yeah, man.
I don't know how much any of these fights are really going to mean besides like the Clarissa Shields fight, but you know, it sounds like the Loma, you know, Munguia fight. These are just some stay busy fights for right now. You know what I mean? But still good to see him in the ring. You know. Yeah, still, you know, still staying active, and that's what matters, man. Yeah, Munguia, he's staying active, so that's all I got to say. You know, I give him respect for that. Absolutely.
But yeah, man, shoot, man, yeah. So I'm looking forward to all these fights, man. Good to be back for another episode. We was out for a while, so.
Yeah, we was out for a while, man. But you know, we don't ever really take breaks, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, we don't, man.
That wasn't a planned break. It's like sometimes things just happen and we won't do one, and it turned into being a break. But we don't have that mental break. Like, yo, we're not doing nothing next week. You know, it's
right.
Never that.
It just be like a last minute thing. Sometimes, you know, we be like, hey, you know, this come up, so we gotta take care of it.
Yeah, but you know, it's the same old thing. And like I said, we still got big stuff coming up, and some interviews lined up. Some all kinds of cool stuff lined up for, you know, the followers, the fans, friends, you know, however you want to label yourself or whatever. But
yeah, man, definitely, man.
Still good.
And on another note, you know, before we do wrap it up, I'm still looking forward to this Errol Spence Sean Porter, man. They might well do this, man. It's supposed to go down September, man. Might as well, man. That's just as big as a Crawford fight to me, as far as like, you know, unification.
Why so long though? September?
I know. I wanted July, man. They were saying July, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, you making us wait like it is something super big, but whatever. You know, just hey, it really don't matter what order they do it. Just fucking do it.
Exactly.
It don't matter what order they do it to me. If you got a belt, step in there with somebody else that got a belt. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, bro. You know, I just want to see some action. You know,
Yeah,
best fight the best.
Pretty much at this point, anybody got a belt, get in there. That's all, right?
Yeah, you know, I mean, till we hash this out, man. Till we hash this out.
Yeah, man. Shoot.
Yeah, man. You know, because think about it, because that could take a while to do. Fights could be draws, it could be a rematch, it could be trilogy. You know, that could get long too. We still might not get to who's the best for a while.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, you getting like shit. Now we going through 2-3 years of a process to get one fight. Where, you know, before you could get a dude fight an opponent 4 or 5 times within 2 years. You know, nowadays it's like you drawing out for one, man.
And it's real quick. It's off topic, but it's on topic a little bit. Did you see? I meant to tag you in it. Did you see the Danny Garcia video with his little sister
on the bike?
Yes.
Hold on.
It's like, Danny, wow, man, why you do sissy like that?
Hold on, man. Like I'm gonna pull it up right there. Get my reaction on it. Hold on.
Oh,
I got
it's almost funnier than the cop who fell off the motorcycle over the week, whenever that was last week. Cause he bust his ass too.
Okay, I'm gonna look at it right now.
We really about this life, like we doing this shit with mine. Go ahead.
She ran right into the mailbox.
Yo, so damn, that's one of them videos that like stay in the house, Danny Garcia, man.
Dang, man, like he cut it off, but like he cut it off after she hit the box. Meaning he wanted to get the footage. He didn't really care if she got hurt.
She all dolled up, looking fly, whatever. Yeah, we boom, 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 and wham. But like I say, the cop one was still funnier though. Did you see that one? I
didn't see that one.
Oh my God! If you get a chance to look at that one too, that's way more funny.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I'll check that out. But yeah, man, I was like, shout out to Danny. Danny be crazy sometime, like.
Yeah, he be on there cutting up, man.
He just, you know, like. I know he a fighter. He's supposed to be fighting who he is, but at the same time, like the life he posting sometimes is stress free, you know.
Yeah. He
just be chilling, man. And yeah, don't forget his fight is on the same night as Khan Crawford. He fight Adrian. Really? Yeah, he fight Adrian Granados on April 20th.
Okay.
So you know, PBC and Top Rank, they in a little competition that night. But you know who I'm watching, so.
Yeah, I wonder why they did that. That ain't really. I wouldn't have been cool with that. I want my own night,
Exactly. You gonna share the? Yeah, you sharing the night. Shoot, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, that's funny, man. She ran into that mailbox, man.
Yeah.
All right, man. But yeah, man. Anything you wanna say before we close this out, P?
No, man. Just like I said, man, we still got some, you know, bigger things coming up. So just, you know, bear with us, y'all. Hang in there.
Yeah, definitely. Cause
ain't going nowhere, man. We still the same. It's still the same energy.
Always,
so,
man.
I'm a little more relaxed now because I'm more comfortable with it. But it's still the same energy, you know. Like I say, and we still got things we working on, you know, bigger and better things. So,
yeah.
Like I say, just stay tuned, man.
Yeah, always, man. And don't forget, you know, we 2 episodes away from that buck, man. From the century. We hit him with a century in a couple weeks, so.
Yeah, and we got something special for that too. But you didn't forget, did you?
Oh no! I ain't forget that.
All right, so
that's got me hyped already. I'm about to flip the table over right now, man.
Well, I'm thinking though, Ant, I want to give a shout out to Eric Thompson, man. You know, good friend of ours, man. He is moving to Kansas, Ant.
I want to say Kansas City, Missouri.
Definitely good friend and a good supporter, man. You know, he's been definitely a supporter of the podcast and the whole movement. You know, since he found out about it. So I want to give a shout out to him, man. Let him know we gotta come out to Kansas City to check him out. He said he got the boat on the house on the water, so we gotta go check him out,
I know, man. I was like, when he told me that, I was like, dang. I was like, that's big, man. But yeah, definitely shout out to him, man. You know, safe travels down there. You know, like he been a long time listener, and you know, educated me on some things about boxing. You know, so
very knowledgeable
and music. So
on the sport, definitely. So yeah, man. Good luck. Shout out to him and good luck with everything. And we be out there to check you out, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. We will, man. But yeah, before we wrap it up, 2P, I'll go ahead and give out my home address. But you can follow me. You can follow me at ComboBurger99 on Instagram, all boxing everything on Instagram, and you can follow us both on the Jab Effect. And P, what about your social security number? Go ahead and get that out.
I was about to say you forgot your social, cause nah, man, y'all know what it is. You know, follow your boy Boxing P at P Barn Hill on IG. You know what I'm saying? Or Loud Pack Boxing on Instagram, you know. And all the other platforms that we on. I ain't know them by heart. I don't know them by heart, but...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you subscribe to the Jab Podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, SoundCloud. And on the Fit, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So, yeah, we always, you know, we there. Just look up the Jab Podcast because we the only one, only lane, man.
I'm thinking you forgetting something, man.
Am I? I ain't give my my bank account number, right?
And we on MySpace.
I'm gonna turn it off now. I'm about to turn.
We trying to reach everybody, bro.
MySpace. Who's still on MySpace, man? Man, if you still on MySpace, I'm gonna send you a virus or something, man. That'll get you over there. Yeah.
All right, my brother.
But yeah, man, like always, our name is ComboBurger99.
It's your boy Boxing P.
And we out, y'all.
Later.
Peace.